Hello students, this is Navdeep Singh, the System Professor in Chandigarh Polytechnic College. Today I'm here to represent a lecture on friction. On applied mechanics subject, the topic is friction. Where I'm going to elaborate each and everything about the friction, what is the friction, what are the different types of the friction, and what is the function of friction, how its causes and different reaction of the friction. So I'm going to elaborate each and everything step by step. So firstly, we have to discuss about the definition of friction. So friction basically it is a force, it is the property of force by virtue of one body moves to or tends to move on the another one. So the opposing force is called as the friction. On the second hand, the force of friction stands for the forces which occur which tends to opposing the force on the two different direction. The forces which tends to opposing the force into different direction, that forces are called as the force of friction. So this is the basic concept about the friction and force of friction. So now I'm going to share a PPT where you can easily understand what is a friction and what are the different types of friction. So uh, I'm going to share a PPT. This will be helpful for the lectures. Okay, so this is a friction PPT. This is topic friction, and so the next is what is a friction? What is a friction? The friction is a force that opposing motion between two surfaces. The opposing motion between two surfaces is tend to as the friction, as well as because of the surface of any object of a roughness. It occurs just because of the roughness of the surface. If the surface is rough, the friction will occur. Due to the smoothness of the surface, the friction will never supposed to occur, and there will be no motion by the friction. Eventually, you can see in this diagram, there's a huge box placed on a surface area. And the microscopic property, you can see the microscopic view of that surfaces. So there are some irregularities in the surface of that body. The irregularities of both of the surfaces, surface of the object and surface of the base surface. The irregularities of both things when comes in the contact, and then the friction will be occur in that situation. So this is the basic concept of the friction. Friction factors. Friction factors are friction depending upon the two factors. First is the roughness of the surface, and second is the force pushing the forces together, surfaces together. Firstness, roughness of the surface. So roughness is based on the irregularities. The irregularities in the surface may tends to the roughness of the surface. The roughness of the surface always causing the friction. Only the friction can be occur due to the roughness. So this is the first factor, and the second is the force pushing the surfaces together. The force which applying on the body, and the irregularities of that body, maybe it's huge, maybe it's microscopic irregularities. So that things always comes under the friction. The irregularities, the force which pushing the surfaces, that causes the friction due to the irregularities in the surface of the body. So you can check in this diagram, you can see the motion in the forward direction and the friction in the opposite direction, opposing force. Just because of the forcing pushing to the forward direction and the irregularities between the surfaces that occur the friction. You can see in this example, this is example, will the tube rolls less over a smoother surface or a rougher surface? So we are taking an example of a roll tube. So roll tube, we are going to roll the tube from a inclined part, and we are going to check that whether it's moving on a surface, smooth surface, or its movement on the rough surface. So we are going to check this condition. So on the first part, when we rolling the tube from the inclined part to a smooth carpet, smooth surface, it rolls directly rolls till to the end of the carpet. just due to the smoothness of, because the friction is less, there's no friction, and it can be easily slide over the smooth surface. So this is the first, and you can see in the second example where the carpet is rough, and you can check the tube is not able to cross the carpet just because of the roughness of the surface, irregularities. Because the irregularities of carpet never supposed to allow the tube to roll over through it. Only the force which applied, the motion which applied from the inclined part, that will help to roll in the certain distance. But due to the roughness, it resists the motion, and friction helps to reduce the distance traveled by this tube. So this is the concept of smooth surface and the rough surface. You can check it in the next example where there are two log of a wooden log. First is a 50 pound and second is a 100 pound. Due to the force pushing together, it stands in the rest position. But there are a friction occurred in the surfaces of these two logs. So due to, you can see in the first example, where the log is 100 pound, the force directly acting upon downward direction on the surface. At a rest, the contact of two surfaces, contact surface of log and surface of the base, both surface have some irregularities, and the friction occurred by the closely contact of these irregularities. So this helps to occurring the friction in statics. This previous example was in motion, where the tube rolls in the motion from upside direction to downward direction. In this example, you can check the log is only placed on a single static position. So that occurs the static friction. So the question is the 100 pound box, because of the question was which has the more friction. The answer is only the 100 pound of box has more friction, just because of the closely contact of irregularities of both surfaces. So this is the whole concept. The next is friction factor review. We review two factors. First is roughness by the carpet, where we taking the example of a smooth and rough carpet, and we rolling a roller tube on the both of the carpet, where we get that the smooth surface have less friction, the thing or the object, the roller can easily roll over through it. So this, that was the first. In the second part where we use the rough surface, we already saw that the tube rolls from one side direction to second direction, but the resistance of the carpet, the irregularity resists the motion of that tube, which helps to stop the tube, and the distance is not proper as compared to the smoother surface. So that was the roughness on the basis of first factor, that is roughness. On the basis of second factor, that is a force pushing together, that was the example of wooden log, where I explained that the force which applied by a box, the rest force, the static force applied on the log, or by the log on the surfaces at the downward direction, that force occurred by the friction, and that friction is occurred by that force in the static way. So that is also called the static friction. So next is effect of amount of surface area in fluids, where we can see that is there any effect of surface area in fluids or not. Effect of surface area in fluids or not. So friction can only occur due to the surface area. Water also have a surface area. So you can check a person can only swim if there is a surface area. The contact between the surface area as well as the contact between the water and the body which moving or swimming in that water, the surface area helps to cross out that thing, and to move in the forward direction. So the amount of surface area of friction between two objects in liquid and gas, liquid as water, gas as the air, we can say. So the best example is swimming. A person can only swim in the forward direction due to the surface area of water, because the friction occur between the hands and the water, and a person or a thing or an object can easily move to the forward direction due to the friction in the liquid, friction in the surfaces. So this is the concept of friction in fluids. So the next is types of the friction. What are the difference? The types of the friction, that is sliding friction, fluid friction, rolling friction, and static friction. We already uh, discussed about these four things with the example, but in the elaboration, the proper elaboration, we will discuss in the next few minutes. The first is sliding friction. Whenever one thing slides from one side to another side, so that it comes under the sliding friction. A friction or a force that opposing the direction of motion of an object that occur when solid surface slide over another. There's a one solid surface and second solid surface sliding from one side to another side. That is called the sliding friction. We can take an example of a pencil and a paper. The paper is also hard due to the book, due to the hardness of the book. And when we use the pen from one side to another side, the nib of the pen, the point of the pen moving from one side to another side, that it also comes under the sliding friction, because without putting out the pen, we used to slide from one side to another side due to the riding of the pen. So this is, you can say, the sliding friction. As well as the second example, combing your hair. Whenever you used to comb from one side to another side, the friction between the comb and the hairs, that is called as the sliding friction. So these are two basic examples for sliding friction. So you can easily understand by these simple examples, by these daily life examples. So this is the basic. So that's why I just explained these basic examples. You can see in this picture sliding of pen from one side to another side due to the riding. That is a sliding friction. Fluidic friction. As we discussed in the previous part, a person can easily swim to the forward direction, that is a fluidic. In case of the air, you can see in this diagram, in case of the air, fluidic in air as well as the fluid. So in this case, uh, you know that whenever a jet, a plane start running on a runway, it use a huge amount of force to cross out the situation and move to the forward direction. That force, the huge amount of force which applied by a jet to cross out that situation, just because of the air glass, because the air glass resists that object, that jet, that plane to cross out the thing. To cross out that situation, the jet used a huge amount of force in the takeoff, during the takeoff. After the takeoff, the situation will be normal, but in the starting point, to reduce, to resist, to avoid that thing, a jet used to cross out the thing by the huge amount of friction. The friction occur in the tires of that jet. So the airplane and swimmer both experience as the same, because the friction between the air and the friction between the air and jet, due to the when the jet tends to cross that air section. So in that case, this is also comes under the fluidic friction, air as well as the swimming friction. So next is the rolling friction. Whenever you're going to the ball, you can roll the ball easily if there's a no friction. If the friction is very high in the surface as well as in the ball, then you have to use a huge amount of force to throw out the ball, and the ball only roll with the effect of that force. If the force is high, the ball will easily roll out on the rough surface. If the force is less, force is normal, the ball will not move on the rough surface. But in this condition, the surface of the ball is very smooth, as well as the base is also very smooth. So friction occur between two surfaces in motion, that are rolling, in which one of the surface is a wheel, roller or a ball, and second is a smoother surface. So ball can easily roll out through the surface. So this is the example for rolling friction. Riding a bike, tires and ground. Tires and ground. Example, first example, when we usually go for a bike, go for a ride. So the tires, the friction between the tires and the ground, that's also comes under the rolling friction, because the tire helps to helps to move in the forward direction, because due to, you can see there is a visible irregularities in the shape of the tire, diagram tips in the shape of the tire, that tires, that point only helps to move in the forward direction due to the friction between the tires and the road. In case there are no irregularities in the tire is totally smooth, that will be slipping in a same position. It not helps to move on the forward direction, because there is no irregularity between the surface as well as the tire. In that situation, friction will not occur, and the tire is not able, and bike will be not able to move in the forward direction. So this was the example for the bike and roller friction. The second, as I say, ball and lane. The surface of ball and the surface of the lane is totally smooth. That's why the ball can easily roll out, and it helps to play well. The last is static friction. The friction that occur when the surface in the contact at the rest, not in a motion, only at rest. It happened just because of, you can see in this diagram, the weight of this flask where a plant is planted in that flask, the weight of that flask directly pushing downward direction on the table. The irregularities between the table and the flask comes in the contact tightly just because of the force occurring on it in the downward direction. So that is a static friction without causing the motion. There is not any kind of motion between the surface of table and surface of the flask, but there is a friction which tightly bound and helps to hold the thing on the table. So this is comes under the static friction. Example, a book resting on a desk, as well as a pot planted or flask plant sitting on a sidewalk as well as on a table. So this is concept of static friction. How to reduce the friction? Friction can be reduced only if the surface is very smooth, friction will reduce. So these are 3-4 ways by which you can easily reduce the friction. The first is smooth the surface. Less irregularities helps to reduce the friction. There is no irregularities in the surface, friction will not occur, and you can easily slide over the things, as well as the object can easily slide over the thing. So smoother surface helps to reduce the friction. The first point. The second, replacing sliding with rolling. Replacing sliding with rolling. Use wheels. When we use the wheels, the friction will be reduced. No. Replacing sliding with rolling. Wheels will be replaced by the slide things. If we remove out the wheel and use slides, then friction will reduce on the snow. In case of the snow area, in case of icing, in that thing, when we use the sliding in case of the rolling, the friction will reduce between the ice and ice and skates. Then skates can easily roll over it. The third is add a lubricant, oil, wax, and grease, in which you can take an example of civil engineering, where when we use a mixer for casting a slab, we are putting a huge amount of weight in that mixer to mix the material and then forward to the casting side. Casting. The mixer can easily roll in the round shape, in the round side by on axis just because of the lubrication thing in the backside of that roller. Due to the lubrication, the friction will less, and the roller carry huge amount of weight and mixing easily that material just because of it happens just because of reducing the friction of that thing. So the reduction of friction can be done by these three, four keys. So how to increase the friction? Rough surface. By using the rough surface, the friction becomes. More irregularities, more friction. More irregularities, more friction. So this is the concept of how to increase the friction. Rolling and sliding. We remove the slides and use the tires. Tires. The irregularity of the tire on the road, both have the road and the tire both have same irregularities, maybe same or not, but the friction will increase due to the irregularities in the tire. So replacing can be helps to increase. So this is an activity where you can identify that may cause more or less. Which surface, you have to identify which surface causes more friction and which surface causes less friction. First is carpet. Carpet has much more irregularities as compared to the other. So it can be. The second is tile. The tile has very small microscopic irregularities. So which helps to slide over, and if there's no contact between the tiles and the another object due to the lubrication in between that, for example, water on a tile floor, if there's some water on a tile floor and you are going to walk through it, you will slip in that situation just because of there was not a contact between the surface and your feet, just because of the water mills in between the surface and your feet. the, just because of that mills, you will not able to move out, move through that situation, move through that way. So tiles are also not good in the friction. So next is gravel, much more irregularities, much more friction. Sandpaper also causes the friction. Ice and slides. Ice skates and ice slides have very less friction as compared to the gravel. So gravel causes much more friction and ice skate causes very less friction because the skates, the surface of the skate and surface of the ice totally smooth. That's why the ice skate can easily slide from one side to another side due to the zero friction in that. The next is activity 2. Which of the following would not helps to move the heavy object across the concrete floor? By using which thing you can, you will not, which not allow you to move through move a heavy object over the concrete floor, whether it's a water, whether it's a sand, whether it's a oil, liquid soap, steel rods and rubber. Which one of these not helps to move a heavy object across a concrete floor? You can give me answer by the comments and by the other things. So this was the whole concept of the friction. So during this lecture, firstly, we discuss about the friction. What is the friction? The opposing force. Second, friction factors, how it's occur. It occur by the roughness surface and the force pushing together. There was few examples, rolling and static friction by the wooden log. The second was the friction factor review, a roughness of surface and force pushing together, rolling of tube and the wooden log. Swimming, friction in water by swimming, types of friction, static, rolling, fluid and sliding. These are few types of the friction. And the last, how to reduce and how to increase the friction, and the activity where can be easily understand about the friction which has more and which has less. So thank you so much. This was the whole lecture about the friction chapter, and I hope you guys very well understood about this lecture. Thank you so much about